By most guesses, there are somewhere between 23,000 and 48,000 restaurants in New York City.
And that, my friends, is how the cookie crumbles.
And we've done our best to eat our way through the boroughs.
I got a sesame seed bagel with egg salad. New York pizza is the best there is.
But we wondered, what are the strangest things to eat here?
In a city known for its strange food, this is some of the strangest.
Is that what I think it is, hanging out of that sandwich?
Pretty darn good, I gotta be honest with you about that.
Why is there peanut butter on this hot dog?
With potato chips all over it.
Is that a donut made of spaghetti? Is that fried pasta?
Here's another thing.
What exactly are they doing with that pizza? And you won't believe what this place puts in their soup.
We're eating the weirdest stuff in New York in this episode of Window Seat. Oh.
Pick your palate pleaser and you'll find it in New York City. Pizza, bagels, every kind of ethnic food you can imagine, the best desserts around, bar none. When you have well over 8 million people calling this place home, culinary delights are bound to abound. Heck, even the sidewalks are teeming with treats. But we wanted to track down the weirdest, wildest, wackiest eats in the 5 boroughs, so we went on a trek across the Big Apple, looking for little restaurants with big surprises on the menu. And our first stop, a quirky little hot dog joint on the Lower East Side. Criff Dogs is well known not just for surprises on the menu, and there are plenty, but also for what's hidden behind this phone booth, a very cool high-end speakeasy called Please Don't Tell that looks nothing like the sticker-covered hot dog joint just the other side of the wall. But we're here for that quirky menu, and specifically one item on it.
All right, so what we have here is a hot dog wrapped in bacon with potato chips all over it. Oh, and there's peanut butter on here too. Can you see the peanut butter on there? Not sure. It's that sauce in there. Definitely not mustard.
You can see it on the menu right there, and for just $7.55, it can be yours. It's a hot dog wrapped in bacon with pickles, peanut butter, and potato chips. And to be perfectly honest with you, while weird as heck, the flavor combo actually works. While definitely not the strangest thing you can eat in the city, it certainly belongs on the list. And if you find yourself in the East Village, you'll find Criff Dogs right across from Tompkins Square Park, and you should definitely check it out. Now on with the countdown.
All right, so this next one might be a little hard to swallow, literally, for some of you. Even the most daring, adventurous eaters out there might not be able to take the soup that they're serving at Knack's on the Lower East Side.
Just around the corner and down the street, a couple of blocks from Criff Dogs, you'll find a culinary delight half a world away in the Philippines at a little restaurant called Knack's. And darn, wouldn't you know it, they're closed when I arrive, which I guess means I don't get to try one of the specialties on the menu. We're talking about soup number 5, which sounds perfectly innocuous until you read the little ingredient list right there and you realize this place seems a little nuts. It's worth noting, bull testicles are widely devoured, even across the American West, where they're known as Rocky Mountain oysters. And so don't be disgusted. Knack's is hardly the only U.S. restaurant with them on the menu, and it's just one of many things on a menu that's beloved, well-reviewed, and a real draw for New York foodies. So if you catch yourself in the East Village on 1st Avenue between 12th and 13th, drop into Knack's for some soup number 5, and let me know how it is if you have the, well, you know. Maybe you've seen this one blowing up on your social media feeds. Yes, that is a chicken foot hanging out of that sandwich. And it seems Bird Box, a walk-up fast food restaurant in Times Square, is the place you should go if you want to get a leg up or down. This viral chicken sandwich first reared its ugly web in San Francisco, but the bird is now bi-coastal. They call it Claude the Claw Sandwich. It features the foot of an actual chicken claw still attached. Hard to imagine, but this Michelin-starred chef came up with the idea. And if you stop and think about it, aside from being a little unsightly, it's really not that uncommon. Chicken feet are cooked and eaten all around the world, from Asia to Mexico to Eastern Europe. And the sandwich is quite popular. On the day I went to try it out, they were already sold out at midday. So what exactly is in this sandwich? It's a fried chicken leg with the thigh and drum on a potato bun with coleslaw and pickles. The sandwich costs $19. And again, you can find it at Backstage Food Hall near the corner of 46th and 8th in Midtown Manhattan, right there in the theater district, where they're used to saying the phrase, break a leg, but never quite in this context, until now. All right, now it's time to taste the most unusual donut ever made. It's a spaghetti donut. Who knew you could eat pasta on the go like this? The pop pasta spaghetti donut combines a regular Neapolitan dish, the spaghetti pie, with an American food icon, the donut. First invented about 10 years ago by chef Luigi Fiorentino, he started selling the handheld spaghetti donut in 2016 at Pop Pasta at the popular Smorgasburg Market in Brooklyn. So how did it come about? Well, the spaghetti pie is a Neapolitan family dish prepared with pasta leftovers combined with eggs and cheese, and then it's fried. The spaghetti is formed into a large round pie that is cut into wedges. Pop Pasta's spaghetti donut reinvents this beloved dish into an easy-to-eat snack. Cooked spaghetti is combined with several cheeses and a tasty sauce, and then baked into a soft, savory donut. Now, the great thing about the spaghetti donut is you don't have to travel to New York City to get one. You can have them shipped to your home from their website. We'll put a link in the description below. Speaking of fried spaghetti, have you heard about the fried spaghetti alla vodka at a place called Unregular Pizza? Get this, during COVID, Chef Gabriel LaMonica began experimenting with ingredients and flavor combos, crafting pizzas like his iconic burra pizza, where each delicious square slice is topped with a whole burrata. He began a dedicated Instagram account named Unregular Pizza, and soon his friends started asking for a taste. So here's where it gets crazy. Gabriel suggested friends do a barter, a pizza in exchange for something else homemade by his friend. As his online following grew, Gabriel bartered with more and more New Yorkers, swapping his pizzas for a range of treats like traditional meals, tempting desserts, home brews, and they still offer weekly barters to lucky followers. Anyway, one of the crazy creations here is the fried pasta vodka sauce. It's spaghetti with vodka sauce, cut into rectangular chunks and then dipped, breaded, and fried. The end result, a handheld pasta dinner that melts when you pull it apart and gives you a story to tell long after you devour it. You know, people may assume that when we say weirdest food in all of New York City, that means we're going to be eating crickets or something. But weird food can be good food, and that's definitely the case at Unregular Pizza. If you want to give it a try, they have locations in 4 different spots all over Manhattan. We'll put a link in the description below. The name of this place alone lets you know it's going to be unusual, and it is certainly that. Okay, while we're talking Italian here, let's go across the river into Williamsburg, Brooklyn for a pizza box. And no, I don't mean a cardboard box with pizza in it. I mean a pizza inside a box made out of pizza. So here's how it came about. A few years ago, the owner noticed people would order a pizza to go and then eat it in the restaurant and fill his trash cans with that massive empty box. So he decided to do something about that. So he made a pizza box out of pizza. The bottom of the box is dough covered in marinara and then cheese and oregano. Then the pizza that goes inside the box is made. It's a good old-fashioned pepperoni. Then comes the lid, which is basically a massive garlic bread with no sauce, closed over the top of the pie. The thing costs $50, but it is a lot of food, and it's unforgettable. And you'll be talking about this dinner for a long time to come. If you want to hit up Vinny's, get yourself across the Williamsburg Bridge into Brooklyn, and you'll find it just a few blocks from McCarran Park. All right, enough. I'm full of it. Food, that is. Weird, wild, wacky food, the likes of which can only be found in New York City. And that's no bull. We have officially rounded out our list of the strangest foods in all of New York.
All right, so what do you think? Did we hit the mark? Are there any foods that you would add or subtract from our list? Let us know in the comments below. Does it get any weirder than this hot dog right here? Also, we would love it if you liked and shared the video so that we can spread the word about crazy foods in New York City. And we'd love it if you hit subscribe too, so we can also share our travels as we hit every country on the planet. We're well over 70 right now, so continue to follow the journey if you don't mind. Also, please stick around for another episode of Window Seat. We're back next Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern with a brand new episode. Meantime, check out one of these other episodes from Window Seat. Manja.